boys and girls. In this video, we're going to look at making a spider web. This one is messy, so this one is M for messy. Keep that in mind. You're going to need a few things. You're going to need some watery glue, so that is half glue, half water, and I mixed that together in a bowl. You will also need some regular glue of any kind. You need a piece of wax paper and cardboard for transporting once you're done. And you're going to need some string, any kind of string. I've cut it up into pieces that aren't too long, but you can manage with. So let's get started. So what you're going to do, you're going to be working on the wax paper. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of that string. I'm going to dip it in my watery glue. Make sure it's good and wet. And then I'm going to use my finger and I'm going to wring it out because I want it wet, but I don't want it really drippy. And then we're going to pretend like we're a spider and we're going to be spinning a web. So I'm going to go across and then I'm going to go over a little bit and go back across. So I'm trying to make sort of a star X type pattern in mine first. Where a string ends, I think it helps to overlap them a little bit. So cross, over, cross, over. Again, overlapping where they end. Because we want each of the strings to touch another string. So I'm trying to go all the way around that way. And each of these strings are dipped in my watery glue. And this part is the messy part. So that's a pretty good start. So I've got a lot of lines that sort of radiate out from the center. Now what I'm going to do is usually we also have some circular lines in one. So here's what I'm going to do for that. I made another string, and this time I'm going to try to make a spiral. And that's going to fill in some more of my web. And where that string ends, I'm going to move this, make it touch. The reason we're doing this on a piece of wax paper is so that when all this dries, we can pull it off of the wax paper and it'll actually be just a web that will hold its own shape. So I could keep going around and around and around. What I'm going to do when I'm done with that is I'm going to take my glue bottle and every intersection, I'm going to put a dot of glue to hold those pieces together. So every place that two strings go together, you want to put a dot of glue. That's going to secure it. You want to use the cardboard to move it to a dry place. And once it's dry, you can pull it off of the wax paper.